All right, what's going on, people? Just joining Abomination. Appreciate y'all coming through, checking out the video. Now, today we got another example of a mainstream media, Hollywood, elitist, narcissist, whatever person telling us that if you don't like their product, then you're something. You're a name. You're something terrible. If it's a black person leading, then you don't like it, you're racist. If it's a woman leading, you don't like it, you're misogynist. In this case, if you don't like Billy Eichner's movie Bros that just came out, I guess, then you're a homophobe.
Ooh, I quiver with fear.
Now, let's see exactly what he said so I can give my thoughts, my response on that. So this is the tweet from Billy Eichner. It says, and I'm gonna skim through a lot of this and just hit the actual points. But last night I snuck in and sat in the back of a sold out theater playing Bros in LA. Bros, the name of that the movie he just made. The audience howled with laughter start to finish, burst into applause at the end, and some were wiping away tears as they walked out. Wow, I guess tears of joy. It was that funny. It was truly magical. Really, I'm very proud of this movie. I was proud of it. There you go. You should be. If you made something, you know, you put everything, supposedly everything into it. Rolling Stone already has Bros on the list of the best comedies of the 21st century. It was also true that at one point did acclaim Universal said they were pulling the trailer because it gave content. Yeah, America, fuck yeah. That's just the world we live in. Unfortunately, even with glowing reviews, great Rotten Tomatoes scores, and A cinema score, etc., straight people, especially in certain parts of the country, just didn't show up for Bros. We don't have to, and that's disappointing, but it is what it is. Everyone who isn't a homophobic, this is it.
Great Scott. I know, this is heavy.
This is it. Everyone who isn't a homophobic weirdo should go see Bros tonight. You will have a blast, and it is special and uniquely powerful to see this particular story on the big screen, especially for queer folks who don't get this opportunity often. I love this movie so much. Go Bros. This man just said it was so great, so magical, so funny. People enjoyed it. He's proud of it. But apparently there aren't enough straight people watching it. Now, what would make him say that? Well, maybe because the movie is not performing as well as he would like. And straight people are the fucking majority. A big majority. So, you know, I guess he's equating that to, okay, if it's not doing as well, then all of those numbers, the potential monies from the straight people ain't coming in and pouring in to see this. And it's like, okay, well, if the trailer didn't get people into it, I don't know about marketing. I don't even recall a trailer for this movie. But if the content is not getting people to watch the movie, if reviews are not getting people to watch the movie, maybe it's not because they don't want to see gay people. Maybe it's simply because the movie's terrible.
Oh dear, I've said too much.
It's crazy that this thought never occurs to these Hollywood people, these actors and whatever. That, you know, maybe it's not something wrong with the audience, the people out there. Maybe it's something wrong with the product. Maybe I just made a shitty product. Are people's egos that fucking soft or brittle that it never occurs to them that I put out something terrible? And people are telling me, people are letting me know with their money, with their dollars, with their critiques. Now I can see how a lot of people could not want to see it because it's gay, but I don't think that's how most of the world, or especially in America, that's not how most of us really operate. We really just want to see good content. We don't give a fuck about who's in it. As long as it's good, we can have a good time. Now, to combat that,
Kill him.
me and my wife are watching currently a show on Netflix called Grace and Frankie. And in this show is about, let's just say, two couples, okay? They were friends, but they ended up realizing, or the husbands came out and said, okay, we're gay.
You about something. Saul and I are in love.
Excuse me? You're gay?
We want to get married.
Oh, married?
Because we can do that now.
I know. I hosted that fundraiser.
And we're going to be with each other. And the wives are like, what the fuck? Like, and then it's old people.
They're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine.
Mom, we're gonna find new people to talk to. People who understand exactly what you're going through. There's a group for wives of husbands who've turned gay in their 70s.
These people are like 70, so these dudes waited forever. After 40 years of marriage with both their wives, they waited to say, "Hey, we're done with this faking straight life. My man's right here. It's actually my man's right here, and we're about to get married." It's wild. It's a wild concept to think of, but then the wives are kind of thrown into this friendship because now they have to pick their lives up, and each other is the only other person that can kind of understand what it is that they're going through. It's not some drama. Sure it is, but this show is so funny. I even find myself at moments, because a straight dude looking at some gay stuff, sometimes some stuff will happen, you just like, ooh, you just feel a little like I feel wrong.
My law partner, but we are also homosexual law and bed partners with each other in life. Boy, this partner thing is really confusing, isn't it?
And I would find, it was one moment I'm watching with my wife, and I was watching Robert and Saul. These are the two men, and it was a very touching moment. And I was like, "Aw, gay." Like I had to correct myself. Like I was intentionally being funny, but it's like this show does a great job of making you care about these characters. Even though these two dudes are gay, they still go through things that everybody go through. It's still a situation, or something that you're like, dang, how do people pick their lives up after that? What does that look like for them? And then Grace and Frankie, oh my goodness, these two women are hilarious.
Face my remaining years alone. I'm just like you, but with a better personality. Certainly bigger. Break down your emotions for me.
Seeing them deal with it, nothing is predictable in this show. It's a what's it, rom-com, dramedy? I don't know what the genre is for this show, but I mean, it's been great enough to have 7 seasons. It's on Netflix. I'll play some clips or something for y'all to see, but this show goes against every narrative that's being put out there already. I mean, you got gay protagonists or main characters. The name of the show is Grace and Frankie, so you got women, and it's entertaining. It's also and I guess to put it in terms of like political speak nowadays, these two different couples are, well, I don't know if I said it, but Frankie and Saul are like these hippie, democratic, liberal, progressive people, and then you got Grace and Robert, who are conservative, Republican type people. But it's like that is never, it comes up, but it's natural. And despite these two people, two groups, two couples being so different, they still find friendships in the exact opposite, and those opposites is what makes the show so fucking funny, because they're bouncing off of one another with the comedy, and they're always taking jabs at each other for like their beliefs in a way. But they make a point to say that despite all of this, like, you my best friend, like all the things that I've accomplished, I couldn't do any of this without you. It's just a funny show. We're on season 4 now. I have not stopped laughing at this fucking show. But those are the main characters. Even the side characters are great, because Frankie and Saul they adopted 2 kids, a black dude and a white dude. White guy was addicted to drugs, so he's a recovering addict. I guess alcohol, I don't know, but so he's recovering from that. The black son, he's got his head on straight, and just seeing him having to deal with the drama of everything around him. Robert and Grace's kids they got 2 girls. Brianna is fucking amazing, because she just give it to you straight. She just say what's on her mind. She's not a terrible person. But she'll say some things, and she just being honest. She just like, oh damn, that hurt your feelings. My bad, bro. Damn, it should have told me. I love Brianna. But I'm telling every character actually adds something to this show to make it worth watching. And it's old people. I'm watching old people, 70-year-old people living life, dealing with stuff, and it's fucking funny. It's fucking funny. And these are white people. So, you know, despite that, you can still relate to a lot of the things that they go through. Like like Frankie will be burning sage around the house. And I look at my wife and I'm like, that's gonna be you. That's gonna be you with her flowing dresses and whatnot. You know, it's the show never lets the politics overrule the actual story. And the comedy is, like I said, I keep saying the comedy is fucking amazing. This is the type of show where I'm watching it and you feel bad by watching it without your spouse, but you know, I'll gladly rewind and go back and watch some shit I just seen over because it's so great. Which makes me think of, you know, it kind of has nothing to do with this, but everything at the same time. But like She-Hulk, on one hand, these people or defenders of these shows would say, well, you're not the target audience, it's not for you. But then you have Billy Eichner and people like him saying, oh, it's not for you, but you should go watch it if you don't want to be a bad person, if you don't want to be labeled something. So I'm like, if you're going to play the blame game, that's a never ending like cycle. You can always find something to blame people for if your show does poorly. But Grace and Frankie is a older female targeted show, I guess, and a gay couple in it. Like, I don't know who the target audience is, but I definitely know it's not my rough black ass. But I still find things in the show relatable. It was still enjoyable. I can still have fun watching this show, even though I might not be the target demographic. And when you value story over politics or message, that's what happens. That's what you get. But yeah, all of this came about because we were talking about Billy Eichner throwing a temper tantrum, and I don't know anything. Look, all I know is this dude's Timon is fucking terrible. All right, and apparently he's not a great comedian, so I can see how it would not translate over to his romantic comedy, rom-comedy with two gay dudes. You know, I actually find the gay stuff between Robert and Saul endearing. Again, I find myself like, damn, bro. Like, I'm glad y'all happy. I'm glad y'all living life. But then you think, like, what are the ramifications? What are the consequences of this? How does the rest of the family deal with this? How do the wives deal with this? I'm not going to spoil anything because I definitely think y'all should watch it. You know, I don't care about what these people say about us for critiquing or not wanting to watch something or being able to tell that it's garbage just from the trailer. I don't have a need to prove myself to anybody. If anything, these companies have the need to prove to us, potential customers, that their movie, show, project, their art is worth watching. So we should make them work for us, make them prove to us, make them earn our money, make them earn our trust, make them earn our respect. And until that happens, until these people, as in mainstream media, really get to making great entertainment again, taking chances, taking risks, not just race swapping characters or gender swapping, or hitting you over the head with nostalgia, but lacking all of the creativity or the reasoning for why this nostalgia even hits with us. Like, yeah, until they do that, like I said, fuck them. But that's all for this video. Go ahead and leave me a like or a dislike, you know, depending on the commentary, depending on, you know, how you feel about my thoughts on the matter. And if those buttons are not enough for you, tell me how you really feeling by leaving a comment down below. This is Billy Eichner justified in him blaming straight people or homophobes for not watching his movie or whatever that nobody has even really heard of? Have you seen Grace and Frankie? What are your thoughts on that? Should, you know, I might do a review. Have you seen the show? Have you seen Billy Eichner's movie, and have you seen the Netflix show Grace and Frankie? But yeah, put all your thoughts on the video, all your commentary. Just give me something down there. Y'all know I enjoy the conversation. I'll gladly talk back. I'll respond. And if you find any value in my opinion whatsoever, and you want to hear more of my thoughts, I appreciate you. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel.
So I'm not sure I get you.
Give me a real fight. Come on.
Any of you guys read that chapter in The Art of War about misdirection?